Now to the latest in the war with Iran. President Trump says a whole civilization will likely die tonight, referring to Iran. It is the latest in a series of threats he's made as he tries to get the country to reopen the Strait of Hormuz tonight. Tim McNicholas joins us with the latest. And Tim, what's happening?
So, Cindy, we're now about 8 hours from this deadline that the president has set to reopen the strait. He said just yesterday he believes Iran is negotiating in good faith, but this morning he ramped up his threats. President Trump wrote on Truth Social Tuesday morning, "A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want it to happen, but it probably will." The president then added that he hopes smarter and less radicalized minds prevail in Iran.
They're going to have no bridges. They're going to have no power plants. Stone Ages, yeah.
On X, Iran's deputy sports minister called on young people, artists, and athletes to form human chains at power plants across the country, saying attacking public infrastructure is a war crime. The Israeli military, meanwhile, is warning people in Iran to stay away from trains and railway lines or they could endanger their lives.
The entire country could be taken out in one night.
Even ahead of the president's deadline, a U.S. official confirms to CBS News there have been strikes overnight on Karg Island military targets, a vital location for Iran's oil exports. The official says the strikes did not target oil infrastructure.
We're not going to strike energy and infrastructure targets until the Iranians either make a proposal that we can get behind or don't make a proposal.
Vice President J.D. Vance says Iran and the U.S. will continue negotiating throughout the day Tuesday.
If the Iranians don't come to the table and they stay committed to terrorism, to terrorizing their neighbors, not just Israel, but of course their Arab neighbors too, then the economic situation in Iran is going to continue to be very, very bad, and frankly, it will probably get worse.
Trump's Tuesday morning post went on to say maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. Qatar's foreign ministry spokesperson is calling for de-escalation.
There are no winners in the continuation of this war. There are only losers.
The president's latest threat is drawing some criticism from the left and the right, with former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene posting on X, quote, "Not a single bomb has dropped on America. We cannot kill an entire civilization." Cindy.
Tim, thank you. And as the president's deadline grows closer, a United Nations resolution aimed at reopening the Strait of Hormuz was just rejected. Russia and China vetoed the Security Council proposal, would have encouraged nation states to coordinate safe passage and navigation through the state. Gas prices inched up 2 cents since Monday ahead of the deadline with Iran. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular gas is now at $4.14. The U.S. oil benchmark, WTI, is topping out at more than $116 a barrel this noon. That's more than double of what it cost in January. In New York, gas prices are at $4.10 a gallon. In New Jersey, it's $4.09. It's $4.10 in Connecticut. Some companies are raising prices to offset higher fuel costs. Amazon announced a temporary 3.5% fuel and logistics-related surcharge. This applies to third-party sellers that use their shipping and return services. Delta and United announced additional $10 fees for certain checked bags. Fees at JetBlue for checked bags have gone up between $4 and $9. And the U.S. Postal Service is putting a temporary 8% fuel surcharge in place for packages only. Stay with us for the very latest developments as the stakes escalate in the war in Iran. Look for updates throughout the day on our website and streaming on CBS News New York.